Step into the world of home offices from 1900 to 2000, where items like desks, lamps, and staplers played essential roles in workspaces. These everyday tools shaped the evolution of productivity and organization, adapting as technology and work styles changed over the decades. Join us as we uncover the top 10 home office essentials that made their mark through the 20th century. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected for more unique insights. 1. Desks. Early 1900s. Present desks have been a fundamental part of home offices since the early 1900s, evolving from heavy wooden designs to more modern, streamlined versions. In the early 20th century, desks were usually grand, featuring solid wood, intricate carvings, and compartments for storing documents and stationery. These desks served as personal workstations where people managed correspondence and finances. As the century progressed, desks became smaller, reflecting the shift toward efficiency and limited space in homes. By the 1960s, metal and laminate desks gained popularity, emphasizing functionality over decoration. Desks also adapted to the rise of electronics, providing space for typewriters and eventually computers. 2. Lamps. 1920s. Present lamps were essential in home offices, providing focused light that helped reduce eye strain during late-night work sessions. Early desk lamps, like the classic banker's lamp with its green glass shade, became iconic symbols of office work in the 1920s. These lamps provided a warm, steady glow that helped create a productive atmosphere. As electricity became more accessible, lamps evolved with adjustable necks and shades, allowing users to control the direction and intensity of light. In the 1970s, task lamps with flexible arms became popular, providing even greater control over lighting. By the 1990s, halogen and LED lamps offered brighter, energy-efficient options that fit into smaller, modern spaces. Today's desk lamps come with dimming and color settings, allowing for a fully customized lighting experience. 3. Typewriters. Early 1900s–1980s. Before computers, typewriters were indispensable for creating documents in the home office, and their clacking sounds became synonymous with productivity. Early typewriters were large and heavy, demanding a dedicated space on the desk. Typing on these machines required precision and patience, as errors could only be corrected by starting over or using correction tape. Typewriters were crucial for creating formal letters, reports, and manuscripts, and mastering typing was considered a valuable skill. By the 1970s, electric typewriters made typing easier and faster, while the 1980s introduced word processors, which marked the end of the typewriter's dominance. Despite their obsolescence, typewriters remain an iconic piece of office history, often kept as nostalgic decor items in modern offices. 4. Calculators. 1950s. Present calculators entered home offices in the 1950s, transforming how people handled finances, calculations, and data analysis. Early models were mechanical and required manual input, with each calculation demanding time and effort. In the 1970s, the introduction of electronic calculators made math faster and more efficient, enabling complex calculations at the touch of a button. Calculators became essential tools for bookkeeping, budgeting, and planning, aiding everyone from business owners to students. The 1980s saw scientific calculators with advanced functions, expanding their use in technical fields. Today, calculators are integrated into computers and smartphones, yet standalone models remain popular for their convenience and ease of use. 5. Staplers. 1930s. Present staplers became a standard home office tool in the 1930s, streamlining the process of organizing and binding documents. Early staplers were mechanical, often heavy and requiring significant force to punch through multiple sheets of paper. These devices saved time by eliminating the need for thread binding or pinning documents together. Staplers evolved to become lighter, more compact, and efficient, with the introduction of desktop and handheld models in the 1960s. By the 1980s, staplers featured ergonomic designs that made them easier to use, while mini staplers offered a portable option for those on the go. 6. Filing cabinets. 1920s. Present filing cabinets became essential for organizing paperwork in home offices, providing a secure and accessible way to store important documents. In the 1920s, these cabinets were large and made of heavy metal, reflecting the era's emphasis on durability and function. Filing cabinets allowed people to categorize documents, making it easier to locate files when needed. By the 1960s, lighter materials like aluminum made them easier to move and fit into smaller spaces. The 1980s introduced compact cabinets and filing solutions, as paperwork decreased with the advent of digital records. 7. Rotary telephones, 1940s-1980s. The rotary telephone was a staple in home offices, allowing people to connect with clients, family, and friends. The distinctive design of the rotary dial and the sound of each number being dialed became symbols of communication in the mid-20th century. Telephones brought a new level of accessibility, enabling instant conversation without the need for letter writing. As technology advanced, the rotary phone was replaced by push-button models in the 1980s, which were faster and easier to use. Telephones were essential for coordinating work, setting appointments, and staying informed, creating a bridge between personal and professional life. 8. Postage scales, 1940s-2000s. Postage scales were essential in home offices for accurately weighing letters and packages, ensuring correct postage and avoiding extra fees. This was particularly important for people running small businesses from home, as every penny counted. Early postage scales were mechanical, featuring dials that indicated weight and required calibration. In the 1970s, electronic scales with digital displays became available, offering greater precision and convenience. As e-commerce and home-based businesses grew, postage scales allowed users to save time by weighing packages at home. 9. Bulletin boards, 1950s present. Bulletin boards provided a place to pin important notes, calendars, and reminders, becoming a visual hub for tasks and deadlines in the home office. These boards made it easy to organize schedules and keep track of to-do lists, while also adding a personal touch with photos and inspirational quotes. In the 1980s, cork bulletin boards became popular, offering a simple, effective way to manage visual reminders. Some boards included dry erase surfaces, combining the functions of a bulletin board with a whiteboard for added versatility. Today, digital tools serve much of the same purpose, yet bulletin boards remain popular for their practicality and ability to visually anchor a workspace. 10. Computers, 1980s present. Computers revolutionized the home office, fundamentally changing the way people work, communicate, and organize information. In the 1980s, personal computers began to enter home offices, initially serving as advanced typewriters and calculators. By the 1990s, they became essential tools for research, communication, and financial management, offering unprecedented access to information. The Internet transformed computers into gateways for learning, business, and social interaction, making the home office a connected part of the global economy. As software evolved, computers offered tools for graphic design, spreadsheets, and virtual meetings, turning home offices into multifunctional workspaces. Thanks for joining us on this look back at the essentials that defined home offices throughout the 20th century. From desks to computers, each of these items played a role in shaping productivity and the way we work. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected for more explorations into the fascinating history of everyday items.